today we're out here in Monterey on the golf course. Beautiful day. It's Labor Day weekend, and we've got the ocean behind us. We've got the deer here, and we're going to do a little review of this bicycle right here. So this is the Electra Townie Go 5i bicycle. It's a 2021 model. It's an electric bicycle. Pretty obviously, it looks great. We just bought it a couple of days ago, and we wanted to do a preliminary review and walkthrough of the bike because we really like it. It's a beautiful bicycle, and we want to show it off. So let's start with the most important part of an electric bicycle. That's going to be the battery here and the motor down here. So the battery is a 400 watt-hour battery. That's fairly small for an electric bicycle these days, but it is from Bosch, so it is really high quality, and it actually pairs very well in terms of weight and capacity with this motor down here, which is the Bosch Active Line Plus. This is a bit higher tier than the Bosch Active Line motor. The main difference is that this is capable of delivering 50 Newton meters of torque versus 40 Newton meters. And yeah, it's just a bit more powerful. It maxes out at about 105 rotations per minute. I'm not sure what happens at that point, if it won't let you go higher, if you hit resistance or what, but that's what the specs are. And this is a great motor for this battery. It's very power efficient, much more efficient than the Bosch Performance Line motors. I'm no expert, but I was looking into this, and a lot of websites like Electric Bike Review all talk about this being a pretty good option for like commuter bikes and bikes like this, which are around town bikes. The other thing you'll notice about this battery is that it's not inside the bike, so it's an external battery, and I think that kind of has to do with the way this bike is designed. It has this curvy down tube. It's a step-through model. But everything here is really well integrated and looks absolutely beautiful. So let's look at some of the other parts of this bike. Let's go down the drivetrain here so you can see the chain there. And we'll go all the way to the back here. And here we have a 5-speed internal hub. So you can see that. So it's an internal hub. That means it shifts gears really smoothly. You're not really supposed to pedal while you're shifting gears. It's not good for it. It's not going to destroy it. It's a pretty sturdy internal hub, but it is kind of a strange thing to get used to, not pedaling while you're shifting gears, or at least not pedaling hard. The motor is not going to cause a lot of wear on the internal hub because, again, it's not the most powerful motor, but it's definitely enough to do the job and to move around this bike. Here, you'll also see that you have hydraulic disc brakes, quite powerful, enough stopping power for this bike. So if we move out. So this bike weighs about 55 pounds. So you definitely need those hydraulic disc brakes to stop it, especially going down a hill. Let's talk about some of the other features. So the seat is really big, really comfortable, like any cruiser bicycle. It's really soft, and it has this kind of like leaned back position, and that's because the pedals are more forward on this bike, and that lets like any rider of any size sit on this pretty comfortably and put their legs down onto the pavement. So this is a one-size-fits-all bike. It doesn't have any different frame sizes, but it works pretty well. This is my wife's bike. She chose the gray color scheme, which I think it looks beautiful. They really like matched it well. You have the pink accents on the rims here and on the bike itself. And yeah, it's really nice. We bought this bike from Epicenter Cycling in Monterey, California. What else? So let's talk a little bit about the electrical system apart from the motor. You have lights in the front, and you have lights in the back. Let me turn those on for you so you can see. Cool. I'll turn those off. And you turn those on and off right from this controller. So this is the bike controller. I'll turn it off and turn it back on for you. Oh, there it is. So right now, you turn it on and it's on off right now. There's zero assist. This is where you're going to control everything about the electrical system for this bike. It'll tell you how many miles per hour you're going. It'll give you your battery capacity in bars. So you have 5 bars. It's not a percentage, but that's fine. What else could you have? So you can cycle through the modes. You have Eco. You have Tour, Sport, and Turbo. And this bike will actually tell you what your range is for each of the modes. So this is the range for Turbo. If you go down to Sport, it'll tell you your range is a bit higher. Tour, an even higher range, you're getting less assist to less support. And Eco, which is where you'll get the most range but the least amount of support. So, and one other pretty cool feature of this, like I said, you can turn on the lights just by holding the plus button here and turn them back off. And then you also have a walk assist feature here. So you just press a button down here and then you press the plus button and that'll help you walk. It'll turn the motor just a little bit, help you walk up hills and stuff. Really useful if you're not too strong. So I'm going to turn this off for now. So those are the main features of the bike. There are a few extras here. So let's take a look at those. So down here we have this extra rear wheel lock. Pretty cool. You just slide in a key and push down this lever and that'll lock the rear wheel to the frame. Really useful. That way you actually don't really need a chain when you lock up the bike. You can just use a pretty big U-lock and slide it through the frame here and through this front wheel. And that'll lock it up. And if you want, you can even take off the battery using the key for extra security. Another feature that this bike comes standard with is this rack. This rack is pretty nice. I guess it can bear a lot of weight. I don't know what the capacity is, but it's pretty cool. And we added, my wife added this little Trek bag at the back here. It fits really well and it looks really nice. And you can take it off and use it as a shopping bag and stuff, which is pretty cool. One other thing to note here, you don't have mounts for a water bottle, so we have this like little Velcro water bottle thing. But it works pretty well, pretty sturdy, but you can't really have a tall bottle if you're a short rider. Not a lot of clearance there. But you can raise the seat if you're taller, and this will be like a pretty comfy ride, I think, for anybody under 6 feet tall. Maybe even over 6 feet tall. I don't know, I'm 5'7", and it fits great for me. So those are the main features of the bike, and now we're gonna do a few rides and see how it goes. So we're taking it out for a ride. We're gonna go up this big hill here. Okay, so I'm on a tour right now, and looks like I'm in second gear. This is really easy. Like I'm going up a pretty steep hill, not a lot of effort. I can put it up into, let's see, take it up to sport, even easier. And turbo, I am putting in no effort. Ooh, a little bit of fender noise there. All right, I'm gonna switch hands. I'm gonna switch into third gear, fourth gear. All right, still climbing the hill, a little bit of effort, but really not hard at all. I have to say, that is very comfortable. So, little whale bell there. Take it down the hill. I mean, this just feels just like a bike, but that I'm much stronger. I think we tried out some hub drive Rad Rovers from Rad Power Bikes. Those were not as natural feeling as this. I would actually say they were not natural feeling at all. The hub drive motors are pretty cool, but you're getting a motorcycle, not a bike. This feels like a bike, and that's its advantage. Not a cheap bike, but it's pretty awesome. I would say for people who don't like biking too much, but want to go around town every so often, this is a great bike to get. Got the bike in turbo mode and third gear, and we're going up this hill again, and I'm going to show you the motor. So there it is, pedaling, not a lot of effort at all, easily taking this hill, so taking the bumps, pretty good cushion on the bumps as well. Overall, it does great. Really quiet too. Okay. And taking it back down the hill. See how that motor does. No resistance that I can, that I'm aware of at least. Great brakes, braking with one finger. Making sure I don't hit those bumps too hard. Really quiet. Just feels like a very normal bike.